Developing tonight, the president claims to have solved a riddle that has been vexing parents with children on the autism spectrum. President Trump and Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claim they have linked Tylenol usage in pregnant women to the prevalence of autism. But the claim is already being bashed by pediatricians. And Fox 13's Evan Axelbank is in the newsroom with us tonight with the very latest on this. Evan?
Yeah, and right now that press conference is still going on as Bobby Kennedy, the HHS secretary, is also speaking right now. But 6 months ago, the president and Bobby Kennedy Jr. said that they would have an answer about what caused this by September, and they have now settled on the use of a common drug, that it is acetaminophen, and that is what they say is now causing, as a potential cause at least, for autism. The president says that the FDA will be warning doctors that women should not use Tylenol during pregnancy except during cases of extremely high fever. Now, the president and his advisors are relying on studies that have found autism to be running parallel to those who used Tylenol during their pregnancies. Now, the president said, though, that nothing is 100%, but he says that they're closer in making this determination.
They are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think. But if you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do. You'll take a Tylenol, but it'll be very sparingly.
Now, the president insisted that they know more than the people who have been studying this for a long time. Now, we spoke with some of those people. They say that those studies that the president is citing, or at least relying on, have often failed to properly identify control groups and often relied on those who recalled using Tylenol as opposed to tracking people throughout their pregnancy and then following up after the children are born to see how those children are doing. Now, we spoke with doctors who are concerned that this message from the president today could give families a false impression of what medication they should or should not be taking.
And there's many reasons why one may use this in pregnancy: migraines, pain, fever, all of which the benefits of using Tylenol greatly outweigh any risk of anything. And there's no risk of autism like that's being claimed by the government right now.
If you're trying to look at whether something causes the autism, you really need to control for the fact that this could possibly be genetically inherited in families, and that there's a predisposition. Where I think the public is concerned is that there are some studies out there which have said that they found an association. And even those authors are clear to say that they can't prove that this is a causation, just that for some reason we see the two tracking together.
And one thing that's just interesting about all this is that doctor we spoke to say that oftentimes it is very difficult to get a peer-reviewed study published or even to be looked at by their peers, because when there's no link found in a study, it is considered to be less interesting and less important to publish. So they believe there are a number of studies out there that have not linked Tylenol, that have shown there's no link between Tylenol and autism, that have not been published. So that's just another interesting thing there. And then also, the president said several times during this press conference that there is no danger in not taking Tylenol, and both doctors we spoke to pushed back on that and said that there indeed could be a danger in not taking it, because the inflammation that can be caused and that can be experienced during pregnancy can often be controlled by Tylenol, and that inflammation can indeed cause other complications. So certainly best to talk to your doctor in this case. But again, the president believes, or at least is saying, and RFK Jr. is saying, that there has been a significant finding here. The question is just how far the medical community is going to go in accepting it. And right now it does not seem that they're going to be going very far in doing that.
Okay, Evan, we know you'll continue to follow it. Thank you.